So today, we're going to tackle a really simple, but I think a pretty powerful question. Can you actually build a serious crypto portfolio by putting in just $1 a day? We're going to look at a real-world experiment that put this whole idea to the test. It's a question I think a lot of us have kicked around. Can these tiny, consistent investments actually grow into something real? Or is it just, a drop in the bucket? Let's find out. All right, let's just dive right in, shall we? We're going to break down a real 30-day experiment that gives some surprisingly solid answers to this exact question. So, for a whole month, one investor stuck to a super strict plan just to see what that small daily contribution could turn into. And what happened at the end of those 30 days is, well, it's pretty eye-opening. Okay, so what's the magic trick here? How does this actually work? Well, it all boils down to one specific investment strategy. Let's take a closer look at what it is, and more importantly, how you can use it. It's called dollar cost averaging, or DCA for short. And the idea is actually super simple. Instead of trying to be a genius and time the market perfectly, you just invest a fixed amount on a regular schedule. This means you automatically buy more coins when the price is low and fewer when the price is high. You're basically turning that scary market volatility into your friend. It's a really straightforward three-step deal. First, you decide on your fixed amount, in our case, just $1. Second, you pick a schedule, like every single day. And third, and this is the most important part, you stick to it. You invest consistently, whether the market is soaring or dipping. And that's really the key here. DCA is as much about psychology as it is about finance. It's designed to take your emotions completely out of the equation. No more panic selling when prices fall, no more FOMO buying at the absolute peak. You just follow the plan. It's all about discipline over drama. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of this 30-day experiment. You gotta have clear rules to get real results, right? Let's see what they were. So here's the exact playbook they followed. The investment was 30 Turkish lira, that's about $1 a day, every single day for 30 days in a row. The portfolio was focused on 3 AI-related coins, Kaspa, Render, and Fetch.ai. And this is crucial. There was no funny business, no leverage, no chasing the latest meme coin, just simple, consistent daily buys. All right, here we go. This is the moment of truth. After 30 days of just plugging away, investing every single day, what was the actual result? So let's just pull back the curtain and look at the actual raw data. No guesswork here. This is what the portfolio really did. Over the course of the month, a total of 900 Turkish lira went in. And by the end of day 30, that portfolio was sitting at 1,020 lira. That is a 13.3% gain. I mean, think about that. A solid, positive return, not by trying to be a genius and outsmart the market, but just by being consistent with a tiny daily investment. Now, of course, not every coin was a superstar. Kaspa did great. Render, on the other hand, was all over the place, big ups and big downs. And Fetch.ai even took a little dive before it started to recover. But here's the beautiful part about DCA. Those dips just meant you were buying the asset on sale. And honestly, that's the biggest lesson right there. When things got shaky and the market looked a little scary, did the plan change? Nope. No panic selling. You just trust the process, stick to the plan, and look, it paid off. So, when we boil it all down, what are the big lessons we can pull from this little experiment? Let's break down the key takeaways. 3 big things really stand out. First, don't ever sleep on the power of those small, regular investments. They really do add up over time. Second, DCA is like your personal stress-free button for investing. It takes all the anxiety out of the market swings. And finally, having a simple, clear strategy is just so much more powerful than chasing whatever coin is trending on Twitter. If you walk away with just one thing today, let it be this. In the wild world of crypto, a disciplined, consistent approach will serve you so much better in the long run than jumping on every new craze. It just works. And that just leaves you with one really exciting question, right? A 13.3% gain in a single month is pretty amazing. But just imagine the potential of this simple, disciplined strategy over an entire year. What could you really build with just $1 a day?